How's everybody doing? Just running into a couple more problems again. I hate this new software. I hate to be negative, but I hate this. I hate using this third-party software. But I think I got it going. Can everybody hear me? Just curious if everybody. That's all. Give me a yes. Navy CB. This means at your service. Uh, so I just need to know really quick. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody see me? Give me a yes, yes. Starting to think people can't hear me. Can anybody hear me? Okay, good. I didn't get any kind of response. So I was thinking, okay. All right, so I want to pull up a website here real quick. Man, I'm pooped. I worked my ass off today. I'm currently uploading a video. Um, let me, let's see. Okay, let me think for a second. It's November. Oh man, I'm messed up. So we're gonna start talking here. I wanted to see, yeah, election. I don't want a video. Winners and losers here. Vox. It's probably a liberal newspaper. 5 winners and election day. I got a feeling Vox. The first word I see is Democrat. Not a good sign. Mm-hmm. So I'm not finding anything right now, but there was a lot of seats won last night that you're not hearing about. All we're hearing about is our losses. Kentucky being one. I believe Pennsylvania, let's see. New York, we won approximately 5 seats. Yeah, so we won a. I'm not finding and I actually should have, my bad. I should have pulled up a website before going live. Um, that's my bad. I do apologize. But we won quite a few seats last night, and the news media outlets are only telling you about our losses, um, which is just amazing to me. The level of propaganda. So how's everybody doing? Let me put on my old man glasses, take a sip of my water, my Berkey water. Adjust the camera. Alrighty, there we go. All right, big bass man. So I guess you're a bass fisherman. Hello. Clean up this. I'm seeing fingerprints. My God, I'm a mess tonight. I'm in just a freaking mess. Silver is still holding at about minimum 18. Cryptos, they're climbing. They're climbing. I made some money. Not much because I haven't invested much, but I have made some money. All right, let's take a look at who's here. Oh man, my back is hurting. I did squats today in the gym. I then there's this freaking seated. I do standing calf raises, but I do the seated ones too because I like doing different angles. Do the seated calf raise in my lower back. It gets my lower back for some reason. Just an uncomfortable machine. And then I go to the standing. But man, what a freaking day today. Maybe CB. You know, Mr. CB, I just left again Port Hueneme and Point Magoo. I was out there for 10 days. Thank you for being in the house. Mabel Simmons, thank you so much for being here. And thank you for your service. Nathan Swoofs, good evening, Mr. Overtax. Silver Sloth means he's a slow stacker, but that's okay. I'm just joking with him. I always joke about that. Zane A, everything's going well, thank you. Joey P 4099, hello. Stilt SC, Stilts. Hey you, Marilyn, hello. Martin. Joey, I already mentioned you. Nathan, hello. I'm just reading some of the people here. Tripped Breaker, how did I get here at the start? Good evening, I can hear you. Thank you so much for being here. My wife is currently cooking me dinner right now. And we're going to California tomorrow. We're actually getting in the car and driving to California. 2 or 3 day getaway. We're going to be in Anaheim. Redonda Thomas, thank you. And John Miller. Motorhead Beanie, hearing you, mate. William Pryor and Mr. DPMS. DPMS, isn't that the... Doesn't DPMS make gun parts also? Just curious. Nick, thank you. Gun 510. Who else is here? Milspec Stacker. I don't know why I like the name Milspec. Zorro TCM looks good now. Thank you so much for being here, Big Bass Man. I'm gonna guess you're a bass fisherman. Scott Fiddler. Donaldo Trumpus and MK Ultra 90. I haven't seen that name in a while. Boy, MK Ultra, thanks for being here. And Adrian Bramham, I know boy, you guys go back a ways. Nick, a lot of loading. Scott Fiddler, let's see, Navy CB, all present accounted for. Barbara Huffman, Saunders just keeps loading. It's buffering a lot, and I think I know why. I am actually uploading a video at the same time. That probably wasn't a wise move. Let me see if I can pause it. I'm going to pause it. And things should be better. So I just paused the video. Did I make things worse? All right, so I just paused the video. It should help everybody's buffering. I mean, unless you have a slow connection. Bad Legend and Jay Bird. Skywatcher, hi, been a long time. Thank you, Skywatcher. Joshua Burks, no issues here. And then Peter Schweigart. Boy, I think I messed that name up. Hard. Wow, difficult name. How do you feel about this setting aside X amount for charities? Gosh, I don't want to sound like an asshole, but here I go. I think there's a lot of people out there that need help, and I'm glad you asked me about charities, setting money away for charities. But I found out the hard way that many charities are just money-making scams. They'll pay the workers there more than that they're contributing to the cause. So in order to process the payment and all the advertisement and this and that, accounting, and they got employees now. You know what I'm saying? So, and they're making good money collecting your charity. That's my beef with charities. I say if you want to give to charity, don't give to a don't give to an organization. Go right to the source and give them the damn money. Write a check out. Um, but but on the flip side, the way I feel it, my channel name is Overtaxed Taxpayer. We are forced by law to give to charity. Every damn paycheck is my point. And I mean, I'm no different from you. We're contributing to freaking schools, colleges who charge for their product. Imagine this, a college charges for a product, their classes and whatnot, and at the same time being subsidized by people who don't even go to college. Not fair, in my opinion. But by law, they take the money out and they distribute it to everybody, including charities and welfare. And need I go on? I'm losing faith in charities. I'm just seeing more and more scams out there. I think you're better off again just going up to somebody that needs help and giving them money. At least you know it's going. And whether they squander it or not, that's their bad. At least you know it's getting to where you want it to be. Let's see. Thank you for the question. Rockin' Rod, Scott Fiddler. By the way, if I mention your name, it's just my way of saying hello. Salvation Army is great. Another making, I don't want to piss anybody off, but you ever go into a Salvation Army store? I don't know. I just don't know if the money's getting where they're claiming it's getting to. That's, I guess, my beef. Edward Wallace. Betsy DiPumpo. Eric is, yeah, Eric Ciamella is the fake whistleblower. Yeah. Everybody knows who he is now, Skywatcher. So Skywatcher. So the St. Jude's. I always told my wife because the commercials, the little kids, having birth defects and whatnot. I always told my wife, man, if I won $1 million, I want to give to St. Jude. And we've been watching these commercials for St. Jude for like years now, and they're always using the same kids and the free blanket. I'm starting to get a funky feeling about them also. I still would donate to St. Jude. I think they're probably the only cause I would, but I'm starting to feel they like to use the kids against us, and I don't know. It's just weird how they're using kids. LDS Church gives 100% of what they receive. That's possible. That's LDS folks are the Mormons. But let me ask you something. God, and I don't want to go off on God. I don't want to go off on biblical on you all. God only asks for 10%. If 10% is good enough for God, the churches, why isn't good enough for the government? Why do they need to collect 50, 60, 70%? Oh, they don't collect 50, 60, 70%. Oh, they sure do. Let's start with your paycheck. It's 35%. About 30 for federal, 5 or 6 for state. We're up to 35, 36%. But everything you buy with your paycheck, you're paying taxes. Your bills all have taxes and all kinds of fees. Then you want to add on to your house. There's a permit. You know what permit's short for? It's permission. Anything you want to do. You want to go fishing? There's a fee. You want to go camping? There's a fee. You want to do this? There's a fee. Yeah, it's by the time you add it all up, it's about 70, 60, 70%. Some states are worse, or I should say better off. But on average, it's about 70%, folks. Timothy Mack in the house. Just got back from Afghanistan. We are kicking ass over there. Tyler Stern, thank you so much for what you do. Thank you so much for your service. Yeah, LDS is Mormons. Just bought 200 Canadian maple leaves today. So happy to have some wealth in my name in this digital age. Hey Shaded, thank you so much for leaving that comment. Anthony Yolfidig, what us your take on this recent slam in prices? So what, silver's down, you're saying? Let me take a look. Silver spot, Kitco. Do. Well, it did come down. It came down, I would say, about 75%. In the beginning of this video, I said it was holding at about mid 18s. My bad. My bad. I made a mistake. But I don't look at silver every day because it'll eat you up alive. If you look at the spot price every day of your gold and silver, it's just going to chew you up. I buy the silver. I look at it once a month and I call it a day. Otherwise, it's just going to give you freaking heartburn. I actually want it to go down. So if it's going down, that means you can get a little bit more money for the same, I mean, a little bit more silver for the same amount of money. Just saying. Martin in the house, I reached 50 ounces silver this week and 1/2 gold. I found my new hobby. It's fun to stack. It sure is. And hold about 5 or 6 in your hand. It's a beautiful feeling. Beautiful feeling. Uh, Miracle Lifestyle cause there are scammers. You can't who, and that's the problem. Charity. There's just as many scammers, if not more, than the people who actually need help. And you're paying charity, whether you know it or not. You folks are paying charity. It's called taxes, and your taxes turn into welfare and all kinds of social programs, free diapers, free cell phones. You know, it goes on and on and on. You're paying it. Investigate. If you own a private trust under common law, you can remove income from your person. And I'm not good with miracle lifestyle. I'm not good with that sort of thing. You know, all this taxes and stuff like that. Dan M. Waiting for it to die. Maybe CB. How do you feel about Royal Canadian 10-ounce bars? I think Royal Canadian are beautiful bars. I still got my preference as the Sunshine Mint bars. I'm telling you, I just think they're the nicest thing. Yeah, free college. There's no such thing as free college. That's by Shaded. No such thing as free college. You know, will the professors come to work for free? Will the electric company give electric power to the colleges for free? Nothing's for free, folks. And you know, we're paying for somebody else to go to college, and then that somebody they get a job, and then they pay for somebody to go to college. Why doesn't just everybody pay for their own? Why does it have to be somebody else paying for you, and then you finally get a job? No, I think everybody should pay for their own. I work 6 to 7 days a week. I keep missing your shows, but I still love your show. Keep up the good work. That's Gary Jones working 6 to 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. That guy is busting his ass. Wow. I mean, I work 5 9s, sometimes 5 10s. He's busting out 12-hour days. Wow. I'm surprised he's even here watching me. 12 hours a day. He should be in bed sleeping. Talk about being generous with his time. Thank you so much for being here. What your boss pays you in silver or gold directly does not get taxed. What if your boss pays you? I think all money would get taxed. The government would just step in and close that loophole. I mean, yeah, if your boss pays you in silver or gold, you would get taxed. Trust me on that. Do I miss my other house in the mountains? Yes, I do. But I had to do the right thing, and my wife and I were living apart, and now we're living together. Jimbo, thank you so much. Nathan Swills. I'm just looking for questions. My stack growing slowly. Any ideas about storage? Well, storage, you gotta, how many coins you got? I mean, if you only have like 50 coins, I'd get yourself a little lockbox from, you know, Walmart or something with a, but if you want to buy a safe, you know. Um, yeah, because you don't want to spend thousands of dollars on the safe if you only got hundreds of dollars in silver. Doesn't make sense. But get what you want. Um, Sunshine Mint Bar has been out of stock, yeah, for about a month and a half. That's because they're so pretty. People grab them up. Yeah, Skywatch, I hope you and your wife are successful getting something in the mountains. Get something that you love. That's why the system's breaking down. That by the silver miner. Do you go to church? No, not no longer. I find most people in churches are hypocrites. Oh, they're so nice to you, and but they're the biggest gossipers, the biggest freaking two-faced people in the world. Um, and I've been to a lot of churches. They're only godly when they're at church. So no, I don't go to church anymore. I think the church is wherever you pray to God. That's the tabernacle. You pray here, it's that's church. But I still love and fear God, though. Don't get me wrong. Just because I don't go to these corrupt churches where the pastor or the preacher drive around in Mercedes and got some beautiful house doesn't mean an anti-God. Peter Schweigart, it's because the Sunshine bars are nice. Go take a look at some of the pictures of them. That's why they're out. Silver Miner 5 ounce. I work 12 hours a day. Also, I watch you at work. I don't know what that means. I watch you at work. Unless you work where I work, you're not watching me. And if you're watching me, how weird. Has your silver acquisitions ever caused friction in your marriage? Yes. Navy CB. So it caused friction when I started stacking. It couldn't understand the concept of going out and spending money. Yeah, that was the mindset of that was the mindset. Uh, I, I, I I couldn't. I tried to equate it as just exchanging one monetary system for another, and I don't think even that worked. That and then you have to hold up five ones and a $5 bill and just say, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm changing these five ones for just another denomination. It's called silver. But yeah, a lot of strife, a lot of anger. Um, you know, it's tricky. It was tricky, and I made a video about this. Getting your wife on board with stacking silver, I think it was called. Uh, it's hard because they see it as not all, but they see it as just a hobby. You're going out and buying baseball cards or you're a coin collector. No, I'm not a freaking coin collector. I'm changing this fiat currency for real precious metals, real money. And you got to make that connection when you're speaking to your wife or your husband. Oh, you watch me during the videos. Okay, you watch me when you're at work, but you're watching the videos. Okay, Silver Miner, I was starting to feel very vulnerable. Ooh, I better hide. How's your wife end up getting on board? Accepting it? Yeah, but I still have to be careful. She just makes one stipulation, and that is to let her know before I go and buy, not just buy. So, okay, I can deal with that. Let her know. And, and that's let her know in advance. Hey, this week we have a couple extra bucks. I'm gonna buy this, and then she's cool with it. I guess she just doesn't want to be left out. and think I'm doing something behind her back. And I'm not saying she feels that way, but I think a lot of women or a lot of wives might be that. Sinners belong in church. Stephen Parsons. You're collecting rocks or taxpayer? I'm collecting rocks. No, unless rocks is code for something else. I'm watching you a while at your work. All right, Skywatcher. Can you get your wife get you in your safe? Can you? Yes, she does. She has the combo, but she has the combo, but her jewelry's in there. I'm not afraid my wife's gonna steal from me. Odin's War in the house, and thank you, Stephen Parsons. Unaffiliated X. No, I'm not a freaking coin collector. No, I'm not. Millennial plastic stacker. I don't know why I have a problem with that word. Millennial. You ever? I think everybody has a word that just can't. Miracle lifestyle. LOL. Use that one if you don't mind. Okay. I hope I don't get laid off. Well, MK Ultra, hope you don't get laid off also. That would freaking blow. Because then it's shit hit the fan for you. Remember we always talk about shit hit the fan? Then it's shit hit the fan for you. And I'm not making funny. You know, then you're gonna hope that you have some food preps and whatnot. Oh, that feels good. Hope I don't get laid off. Yeah, I already read that. Jay Bird, I love treasure since a kid. Just call me plastic stacker. Thank you. Does your wife have a hobby similar to stacking? Absolutely not. Do I have any XRP crypto? I wish I had some. I just can't afford to buy any crypto right now. I think I've already mentioned this. We had a lot of home repairs. I cut my silver purchasing and my cryptos significantly. And we just finished the repair, so maybe in a couple of weeks when I get caught up and paid the bills, I'll be able to get some more cryptos. But I wish I had some. I just don't. Mr. Potato Head, love your videos, man. I want to buy another house, but nearly all my money converted into silver and gold. They sure ask a lot of questions during the home buying process. They are so nosy. That's right. And they don't like mattress money. And they, when you come up with money, they want to know where it came from. Yeah. The only time they don't ask questions is if you're buying cash. If you're financing, you got to explain where every nickel and dime came from, gifts or anything. If you're paying cash for the house, they won't ask any questions. I don't like the look of the new Queen's piece. It looks cartoony to me. Doesn't match the others. What do you think? Well, I thought it looked kind of cool. I love dragons. I think it's the one with the dragon you're talking about. So I kind of thought it was kind of cool. And I might go buy some, in the next few weeks. Good night, everybody. Gary Jones in the house. God bless America and President Trump, he says. I build 737 MAX wings. Wow. Hey, MK Ultra. I hate flying, but I have to do it for the job. I always have this vision of the wings. I'm holding both arms out, just going like clunk. It's amazing how much those wings, the weight that can handle. Has Wings ever done this before? That you're flying and just went, just collapsed. I have these weird freaking images when I fly. My palms sweat. I hate freaking flying. Does she stack designer shoes? Yeah, she has some nice shoes and jewelry. $2 bills are not collectible to the best of my knowledge. I think I have a handful of them. They're not collectibles. Oh, I mean, somebody might be collecting them. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think they're worth anything but the $2. So Dan M, like I said, he had a good question. If I'm holding off on silver, are you stacking other preps? Not really. I really had to cut back. I mean, when I go grocery shopping, I do buy a couple of cans of this and that and put them on the shelves. So in a way, yes, I'm still stacking. I mean, I'm still acquiring food. Had to cash in some silver for property repairs by Nick. Don't feel bad, Nick. You had the money. You had it. That's the beauty of silver. You had it. Victoria Booker in the house. What cryptos do you own? Well, I don't own many because I'm a new crypto stacker, but Bitcoin, I only have a few $100s of Bitcoin. I have Litecoin. I have maybe a few $100s of Litecoin. I have Digibyte, a few $100s of that. I have Theta, Theta, that, and I think I have maybe $50 of Ethereum. That's all I got right now. Thank you for the question, Victoria. Have you seen the 5 ounce American Beautiful? No, I've seen some of those coins. They are nice. I'm waiting for them to come out with a, gosh, why can't I think of it? A Yosemite coin. I would love to see a Yosemite coin. So Nathan Swolf's got a good point, and I'm just going to paraphrase it. You talk about money, people are applauding you. I'm talking about fiat cash, and he's talking about in Europe or England. Everybody, oh yeah, cash, cash, cash. As soon as he talks to people about gold and silver, their face goes blank. No interest at all. Good, more for us. It's kind of like that person that doesn't like steak. More for me. Screw the lying, cheating Democrat socialist. CAG 2020. Thank you so much, Silver Wolverine. I've seen you wear different watches. How many watches do you own? So you must be a watch guy because I think you asked me. So I have a Tag Heuer. I have two Movados. Two Movados. I gave my dad a watch. The name escapes me. Then he passed away, and I got that watch back. And then I got this Apple Watch to keep my track of my calories and everything. That's all. I'm not a jewelry guy, but I do like a good watch. I would love to get me one of those high-end G-Shock ones. It's like they're sweet, but they're like $400. I'm not spending $400 right now. If I'm going to spend $400, is me on silver, gold, or cryptos. Voting down the sanctuary city. Jimbo, have not. How do you feel about gun show loopholes? There are no loopholes at a gun show. And if anybody knows about it, it's me because in Arizona, Tucson, I go to a lot of gun shows. And when you go there, they're checking ID and they're running it. This is just propaganda that's being told through the news. I bought what did I buy? Was it my AR? I bought a couple of weapons at the gun show, and each and every time they checked my ID, told me to come back to the booth in about a half an hour. Uh, after they run it and everything, I had to fill out all the paperwork and everything. This bullshit about loopholes. Uh, what do you about loopholes? Skywatcher, they're not ordinary too. Well, then Skywatcher, take a look at Coinflation or some of the websites and look it up. I just don't know everything. Titan Solar Generator, Rome Bear, that'd be nice. I heard the Hondas are pretty good too. Hard to explain, but can be checked out by exchange. So I've got a 22 long rifle also, Jaybird. I have about six-ish. Who makes the biggest chance to run against Trump if no new candidates show up? Biden probably, but Biden's going to chew him up and spit him out. Warren, she's just an imbecile economically, mathematically. She's an imbecile. Um, but I would like to see the fight between socialist and capitalism, and that could be either Bernie or Warren, and let them go out, let them duke it out on stage, and let's see, let people see that. XRP is only 30 cents, dude. Yeah, but 179 Kevin, you gotta understand. When you're buying a crypto, you're not just buying one. Because I can buy $10 worth of XRP at 30 cents. But if it doubles, whoopee doo, I made 20 bucks. In order to make money off of cryptos, you really got to own a lot of them. Now, granted, XRP could turn into $5 someday, but you know, if you're going to buy a crypto, you should buy a, you should have a few hundred of them in case something happens with them. You don't buy just a handful of them and then, wow, one day, even if it goes up $10, wow, I got $25 here. So when you buy cryptos, you got to look into its projection, what it's projected to turn into, and try to get a good fraction of that in order to make it worth purchasing. Um, like I said, I have nothing against XRP. I just don't own any right now. I can't. What was your job in the military? I actually worked in a hospital, believe it or not. I don't really like to share too much information. Let's just say I worked in a hospital. Okay, just wondering. You're very knowledgeable about everything. No, I'm not. I don't believe I am. Thank you so much, though, Skywatcher. I know a little bit about everything, and some things I do know a lot about. But 56 years on this planet, you're going to know a little bit about everything. Hello, Couch Potato. I heard the same thing about Bitcoin when it was $1. Yeah, but eh, and you're right. You got me there, 179 Kevin. But Bitcoin went up to $9,000. You got me, but I don't see XRP going up to $9,000. So my argument is not rock solid that you have to collect quite a few of them to make it worth it. I just, who has the foresight? Who had the foresight? I don't. I'm not that lucky to buy one or two Bitcoin at $1 each, and it turns into 20, $30,000. So I'm just never been that lucky. But you got a point there. I can't take that from you. There's always a flip side. What site do you look up for cryptos? I like CoinMarketCap.com. Anyway, I gotta run. My wife took the time and effort to cook me dinner. It'd be very disrespectful if I just sat in here all night. I'm gonna ask everybody a favor. If you just give me a thumbs up after this video, what we're recording now gets posted, come back and leave a comment or something. Well, 179 Kevin, he says, dude, XRP will be huge. I hope it is. Send me some. Right now, I can't get any. And what bums me out, I can't even get Theta right now. That freaking bums me out. Because what was it? Binance stopped selling Theta to Americans. Bastards. Can you make a video on making Rice Krispie? Okay, sure. Take care. Everybody, have a good day. I got to run.